Level 1. Weekly Drop Merchant. You have spent $0 on this game except for the $15 it costs to buy Prime, because that's really the only way you can even get weekly drops. The only skins you do own are from said weekly drops, so your inventory consists of a few 3-cent gray skins and maybe one 7-cent light blue skin. And you don't even have a proper loadout because you just equip whatever guns you end up getting skins for. So goodbye Default 5.7 and Tech 9, and hello CZ75 Pink Pearl. You probably have zero understanding of skins and think a factory new skin will become battle scarred over time from use, which is true by the way. Guys, don't equip your skins or their value will only go down. You also have no idea how the CS2 market functions, and you'd probably take 2 mil-specs in a weekly drop over a weapon case 1 because you didn't realize skin rarities above light blue even existed until now, and this is how these 2 mil-specs are looking at you. Okay, but seriously, think about how many new players have actually passed up a rare drop pool case over maybe a random skin on graffiti. Seeing how this is simply just the preschool of CS2, anyone at this level with over 100 hours in the game is simply just poor. That's right, I'm not giving you credit for being financially responsible or not wasting any of your hard-earned money on pixels. Those are just fancier ways of calling yourself poor. And if you want to debate this with me, you're better off arguing with Kim Jong-un over basic human rights. Okay, to the 5 of you that didn't realize I'm joking and are actually about to be mad that I called you poor and are gonna leave a hate comment, I would like to sincerely apologize. I'm so sorry if I offended you, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're poor and also really stupid. Oh yeah, and cheaters and smurfs are usually in this tier, but that doesn't really count since those aren't their real accounts. Level 2. Under $100. Now this is for the people who got a $50 Steam gift card for their birthday and they spent it on some cheap play skins. You've been playing CS2 for a couple of months by now and realized you need some sort of visual stimulation to actually make the game enjoyable to play. So you began looking into skins. You probably have either an AK, OP, or M4 that you really liked and spent over $5 on, but most of your budget went to SMG and shotgun skins, so your other 2 rifle skins are probably under $1. By now, at least 70% of your loadout does have a skin, but if it's not a weapon that you buy at least twice a game, it gets some cheap 10-cent filler skin. Your understanding of skins is very minimal, but at least present. For instance, you know covert is better than a classified, and that a factory new skin has less scratches than a field tested one, but hearing about float values would garner the same reaction a Victorian child would have if you gave them McDonald's Sprite for the first time. Oh, and you still buy all of your skins on the Steam marketplace because you have still not discovered God's gift of third-party marketplaces. A lot of you at this level are probably younger and don't have much of your own spending money yet, or you're just a very casual CS2 player, or you don't really care much about skins and just bought a few so you don't feel completely naked. I'd argue that this level makes up a majority of the CS2 player base, as you could be a face at level 10 who genuinely only cares about gameplay, or a new player buying your first ever skins. Level 3. First knife glove combo. Congratulations, there's no turning back now. You just bought your first ever budget knife glove combo, and honestly it probably isn't even a combo, it's just a random knife and pair of gloves that you thought looked cool individually, but didn't realize that as a combo looked like if a WNBA player was dating Peter Dinklage. But hey, at least you're no longer a basic bitch and have some cool knife animations now. You probably own some decent $5 to $25 skins for the main rifles, pistols, shotguns, and SMGs that you use, and the rest of your loadout consists of random skins that you've unboxed because you spent half of your skins budget on cases thinking you would beat the odds and unbox your dream knife instead of having to buy it. Shout out to the one guy who did actually beat the odds and is rocking a butterfly gamma Doppler right now. You just learned about third-party marketplaces, which is where you bought your knife and gloves from, but you still use the Steam marketplace for the rest of your skins because honestly it's just easier for you and you're not really making any crazy expensive purchases anyway. I'd say this level encompasses a majority of CS players with over a couple hundred hours by now, as you play the game enough to start caring about your drip, but you're content with your AK Ice Cold and Gut Knife Tiger Tooth and find it odd that people are spending thousands of dollars more for only a slight increase in cosmetics. Yeah, I mean, there isn't much else left to say here. You're the average person that enjoys CS2, you can be found at legitimately any skill level, and there's so many of you that it's hard to make any generalizations. After all, you could be working at a McDonald's in Canada and putting aside a check or two for some skins, or a Vietnamese investment banker whose monthly penthouse rent costs less than the $300 knife glove combo that you're rocking. Really quick, before we get into the next tier, you know what's a lot cooler than CS2 skins? Israel. Okay, the $50,000 is already in my account. Alright, thank you guys. Oh, and also joining my Discord server. Instead of using Discord to talk to minors, I will be needing some of you guys for future videos, and if I ever do get sponsored, that's where I'll host my giveaways. Or you could just join if you really like me, that's also pretty cool. And since I do have your attention, like and subscribe. Thank you. Level 4. The Average Joe. By Average Joe, I don't mean that this is average in terms of every CS player, I'm talking about average in terms of the extent that skin collecting goes to. But well, you did it. You got the knife and gloves that you were dreaming about buying when you first started the game, and you can finally put aside any desire to buy more skins.
Spearmint gloves together with a fucking Max Cyan or whatever Karambit Gamma Doppler, I think it's phase 4, with this fucking agent, the condom agent. It's such a good combo.
Anyone at this level is a pretty avid CS2 player, clocking in tens of hours each week, and well, if a good part of your life is being spent encapsulated by pixels, you might as well have those pixels be colorful. I'd actually argue that the average good player would fall into this category. Just think about it. People play Counter-Strike for 2 reasons: skins and, well, the actual game. If you're really skilled, you get enough dopamine from gameplay that you'd be content with a decent inventory to enjoy while playing. But if you aren't actually that skilled at CS2, you would compensate for your inability to win games by buying more skins. You have all of the fundamentals of skins down by now, knowing about floats, rare patterns, Doppler phases, fade percentages, sticker prices, etc., but you aren't yet a walking skin encyclopedia like the people in the levels to come are. You strictly buy your skins on CS Float because you know that the Steam market is way too overpriced, and definitely watch the best knife glove combos under $1,000 video before you made your big purchase. As for your inventory, your knife and glove combo takes up a majority of the value, but you still bought your favorite AK, OP, and M4 skins between $20 to $150 while saving a decent amount of your budget for your starting pistols and any other guns you like to use. And you own at least one weapon that has an expensive sticker on it that you significantly overpaid sticker price for, but hey, all that matters is that you really like it. Now, to afford a relatively expensive inventory like this, you probably have a decent enough paying job in a first world country, or Counter-Strike takes up so much of your life that it is your only expense and 80% of your budget. The other 20% goes to DoorDash, of course, because you're too busy gaming to get food through any other means. This level is where you'll hear "I like your knife glove" combo for the first time, which will hit you like a tweaker's first ever dose of crack cocaine did. This will lead you down one of two paths. One where you realize you finally have every skin you ever wanted and are content with your inventory, or the other, where you will chase that high of other people validating your digital assets for the rest of your life. Level 5. The Flexer. This isn't even going to be an analysis of people at this level, this is just going to be an honest self-reflection. We're beyond saving. Now, you fall into either one of these 3 categories. You're an avid gambler who has a $10,000 inventory for approximately 10 more days until you lose it all. You are someone who bases their entire self-worth on the opinions of others and own nice skins simply to get validated from random people in an online video game. Or you're just financially stable, working a high-paying job, and really enjoy Counter-Strike and Counter-Strike skins. But we all know no one is that third guy. You are most likely in your mid to late 20s or early 30s and have been playing CS for many years by now. You have thousands of hours and are an above average player, but your heart's stuck between 12 to 18k Premier rating and have no intention of actually ever trying to improve at the game because you're too focused on improving your inventory. Speaking of your inventory, you no longer actually care about how good a skin looks. You simply care more about the monetary value that is attached to each of your skins. But there's a limit to what you can afford. You couldn't buy a Butterfly Emerald, so you settled for a Phase 2 Gamma. You couldn't afford field-tested Pandoras, so you bought a low-float pair of battle-scarred superconductors. And as for your dream of one day owning a Dragon Lore, for now a Desert Hydra will do. And anytime someone in your game has one of these skins you wish you had, or simply just a better inventory than you, it completely crushes your ego knowing that others are living your dream and stealing your spotlight. But it's not like any of your skins actually matter, as you will completely change your inventory in 1 month because you have severe ADHD and swap out skins more often than an aging actor swaps out their battle-scarred 23-year-old girlfriend for a factory new 18-year-old one. And as for your knowledge of skins, it's a complete wild card. If you're at this level because of gambling, the only thing you know about skins is their price. If you're at this level because you crave the attention of others, you know more about skins than your therapist knows about your problems, and that really needs to change. And finally, if you're at this level simply because you're financially stable and enjoy CS2, you know about skins as much as the people in level 3 and 4 because you're too busy working an actual job and caring for your family to commit your entire life to learning how a difference of one number in a skin pattern index can fluctuate its price by thousands of dollars. Level 6. Full-time job. You could have a legitimate PhD in Counter-Strike skins. Someone whips out a Karambit case art in mid-game, you could give the exact pattern ID and float value within a range of 0.03 before the knife even finishes its pull-out animation.
Number 1% Karambit Blue Gem, you saw that?
You no longer simply have an inventory, you have a genuine collection. Feeling bored of your AK Gold Arabesque? No worries, swap it out for your Wild Lotus next match. Why focus on a single knife glove combo when you have 10 different gloves and 15 different knives leading to infinite possibilities? You want a very specific skin? No worries, you have the means of acquiring it within 24 hours because you are more connected in the CS2 scene than P. Diddy was in the baby oil market. Counter-Strike is no longer a game to you, it is simply your job. This is because you are either a full-time skin trader, a CS content creator, a pro player, or use the game to launder money. Either way, you are using Counter-Strike as a means of making money. In one way or another, CS2 has become your complete life. If you're a trader, you either constantly monitor the market or deal with unaware traders to completely rip them off in a trade where you're making 15% profit.
Why did you redeem it? Why did you do it?
If you're a content creator, you're probably live streaming under the CS2 category right now, but you aren't actually playing the game, you're just reacting to random videos on YouTube about CS2 because you either aren't good at the game, got bored of the game, or realize that letting other people make CS2 content and then reacting to it is just a much easier way of making money. If you're a pro player, you have more hours in all of Counter-Strike than you have ever spent with any woman in your life, and half of your inventory's value is made up of skins that people have temporarily lent to you. It'd be a real shame if a respected professional player ever betrayed their fans' trust and gambled away skins that were loaned to them. And well, if you're money laundering through skins, I honestly respect the hustle. While you are extremely wealthy, there are still certain skins you cannot justify purchasing, such as the most sought after blue gems, buying Katowice 2014 stickers to apply them, or buying record-breaking low flow skins. But for anyone at this level, at least 10% of your net worth is tied to CS2, so hopefully Valve never releases any update that would drastically crash the market and cause you a significant financial loss. Level 7. Chinese. Yeah, you're just Chinese. Or you're maybe from like a royal family in this little region of the world here, but those are really the only two possibilities. Your inventory either looks like this or like this. But I'm only going to talk about the player with the first type of inventory because market manipulators are boring and it's not like they'll ever even see this. We're on YouTube and not Billy after all. You live a life where money is nothing but an object to you. You will pay whatever price it costs to obtain whichever rare skin you want. That's even if you're the one buying the skins, because you probably have someone on a yearly salary just to maintain your inventory. Flexing is ingrained into your culture, so when you can't be seen in public being chauffeured in a Rolls Royce, you decide to have the equivalent of that car equipped in your CS2 loadout. This is despite the fact that you don't actually play the game, and you have more hours in CS2 inspecting skins than playing actual matches. After all, you're rich and can do anything you want. You don't need to use video games to escape reality like the rest of society, because real life is just GTA 5 with an unlimited money mod installed. You only care to learn about tier 1 blue gem patterns, world's lowest float skins, Katowice 2014 stickers, and whatever the most coveted skin is for each weapon. Everything in your loadout has some sort of quality that makes it special, and even your M249 skin is somehow worth more than most people's entire inventories. You are single-handedly lowering the supply of Katowice 2014 stickers because you're the only person that can financially afford burning tens of thousands of dollars just to get turned into a shitty YouTube short from a low-effort content creator.
Back in the day, this guy applied 4 Katowice 2014 holos on his default AK-47. That's worth over $1 million in today's market. I'm sure he's really regretting that decision right now.
Oh, and did I mention every skin has to be factory new because you need everything in your life to be as perfect as your upbringing was? No, I'm not jealous. Finally, whatever skins you own are never leaving your inventory. Being able to deny a $1.5 million offer for a Counter-Strike skin is a complete power move that was not stupid like people believe. This guy just genuinely has so much money that he would rather own arguably the most desired skin in CS2 over what was definitely a negligible amount of money in his eyes. Let me just check something real quick. Yeah, the owner's Chinese. My point still stands.
Subscribe, 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 subscribe.